Hi everyone, this is MC Rich S. Welcome back to Baby. How do you like the results of my cosmetic surgery? Nice, eh? In this Halloween Haunted Dolls series, we will be talking about 4 of my favourite haunted doll stories. In part 1, I will be telling you about the first haunted doll I ever read about on the internet, Joliet. Joliet has been in Anna's family for 4 generations now. Her great-grandmother received Joliet as a pregnancy gift from a friend of the family when she was pregnant with her second child. What no one knew, though, was that the friend who gave Anna's great-grandmother the gift was jealous. It's not known exactly what caused the friend to be jealous. Was she jealous of Anna's great-grandmother's family? Maybe the friend couldn't get pregnant. Maybe she was just a jealous, bitter person who could not stand to see other people happy. Whatever the reason, the doll, given out of this bitterness and jealousy, was cursed and would cause great tragedy for the family. Anna's great-grandmother eventually gave birth to a healthy baby boy. But she did not know what was waiting just around the corner. Because on the 3rd day of her son's life, he tragically passed away from a sudden and mysterious illness. Soon after her son's death, Anna's great-grandmother began to hear the cry of her baby emanating from the doll. Her baby's wailing cry could be heard late into the night, the cry so distinct that she knew it was her dead son. Although each cry brought back the painful memories of her son's sudden death, she could not get rid of the doll. She knew that somehow the soul of her son was trapped within, and that she should protect him at all costs. Who knew what would happen if the doll broke? Following this tragedy, each woman in the family would have 2 children, a healthy baby girl, followed by a healthy baby boy, who would suddenly and tragically pass away at 3 days old. The doll passed into the hands of Anna's grandmother when she became an adult. She knew of her brother's tragic passing and the story that his soul was trapped inside the doll. What she did not know was that the tragedy would strike her own child. She had 2 children, a girl and a boy. Once again, at 3 days old, her baby boy died suddenly. A short time after this, the grandmother began to hear the sounds of 2 babies crying, her brother, and the sound of her own child emanating from Joliet. The cycle repeated itself again and again until this very day, with Anna being the current owner of the doll. She has a daughter but lost her son at 3 days old, his cry joining that of Anna's brother, uncle, and great-uncle. Each member of the family has cared for Joliet just as they would have cared for their own sons should they have lived. Aside from the fact that Anna lost her son, is the terrible knowledge that her daughter will go through the same thing, losing her son as the cycle continues. Anna will not risk losing Joliet, even though she is a painful reminder of the 4 generations of lost children. She says that the cries can be heard quite clearly. The hardest part of the curse is that the owner of Joliet carries the even heavier burden of no one believing them, for the mothers are the only ones who can hear the cries of the children. That was such an eerie, haunting story. I wonder how the curse could be lifted. It's said that you should never break a doll that is haunted, but do you think in this case it may free the trapped souls of those poor boys? What did you think of the story of Joliet? As I said earlier, this is quite an old story, so now Maybe Joliet is residing with Anna's daughter, having collected another soul. In part 2, we will explore the story of potentially the oldest haunted doll in the world. So until next time, don't have nightmares.